4 types of bosses everyone hates, and 1/5 bonus boss. Which boss do you have? Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. Let's delve straight into the 4 types of bosses everyone hates. And at the end of it, there will be a bonus 5th boss where everyone loves. So stay tuned till the end to find out. We all wish for a boss who is a leader, caring, treating us fairly, and if we are lucky enough, a boss who may even become a lifelong friend. Well, but sadly in life, most of the time we don't get to choose who our bosses are. Quitting or say bye-bye, I will resign is easy, but the real triumph is learning how to work with all types of bosses and survive. From awesome bosses to some really bosses, we have them all, don't we?
Boss number 1, the lazy boss.
I would say this is the easiest boss to deal with. Such a boss will typically be missing half the time, probably away golfing or having multiple long smoking sessions in a day. And when at the office, will always be on his phone or just surfing the internet. Sounds familiar? However, this doesn't mean this type of boss doesn't know his or her styles. Just plain lazy. The pain is having the thought that you are slogging in your cubicle for long hours, but for probably only 1/3 or less of your boss's salary. Trust me, I can feel you guys. Now, how do we deal with such a boss? The key here is to know that you are an asset to your boss. Have a peace of mind knowing that your boss is not around to bother you most of the time. Your skill sets and dedication will make you indispensable to a lazy boss, and this boss will rely on you to deliver the goods. So do the job, make the lazy boss looks good, and eventually people around you will start to notice that you are the real star. So I suggest, just close an eye on the lazy boss disappearing acts.
Houdini habits.
Boss number 2, the clueless boss.
It isn't always the case that your boss knows more than you on the job. You agree with me there? The clueless boss will always pose questions like, "What do you think of this? How can we solve this?" Well, you may think the boss is inclusive and getting you involved, but the reality is the boss doesn't know a thing. Rather than guiding you, the clueless bosses will be looking to you, the junior, to provide all the answers and solutions to their problems. And when things completed get merits, the clueless boss will take all the credits. Sorry guys. On the other end, if things go south, you bet, the clueless boss will be quick to point the fingers at you to take all the blame and none of his or her fault. How to deal with such boss? You know you can find your way getting things done. There is no need to rely on the clueless boss for any guidance. It will be a total waste of time. You will have a better shot surfing the internet or asking your peers for guidance. Look at it positively. Since your boss doesn't know anything, rather than him or her managing you, turn it around. You are managing the boss now. Use the boss with his seniority to get what you want, access to others, and your boss endorsement on the work you did. Take pride in your accomplishments. The clueless boss will appreciate your work too.
Boss number 3, the megalomaniac boss.
Now make no mistakes, the megalomaniac boss is the most toxic bosses of the lot. This type of boss also fosters a toxic working environment where it becomes extremely stressful to work. Like some say, like father like son. When their leader behave like that, the people down the line also start to behave like that. The traits of such boss is typically to rule by fear, often berates employees, make unreasonable demands, likes to scream, and just plain abusive and awful. How we wish such bosses don't exist. Frankly, it is easier said than done dealing with such boss, but here are some useful tips. Be very patient and a listener. Talk only when necessary. Document everything in writing to safeguard yourself and your team. Do not react or retort in anger. Trust me, you will lose. Think, and think before you speak. Be in charge of your emotions. You can't control others, but surely your emotions are yours alone. Such bosses may not last long. If you are resilient enough, play the game of who will outlast longer. You will be surprised Such bosses come and go, and in the end, you may outlast all of them. Cheers!
Boss number 4, the narcissist boss.
It is easy to identify the narcissist boss. They have an inflated sense of self-worth, constant need of adoration or even worship, surrounded by yes men and have no empathy for others. I, me and myself is all that is correct in this whole wide world. Basically, I am the center of the world. You got what I mean? This boss cannot take any form of criticism and only seeks a win or lose situation rather than a win-win situation. However, at the core of it, the narcissist boss is actually very vulnerable and has a fragile self-esteem. Ever heard of the adage, flattery will get you nowhere? Well, in the narcissist boss case, this actually works very well. I'm not asking you to kiss his or her ass, but subtle compliments will go a long way towards getting in the good books of such boss. Most importantly, don't allow the acts of a narcissist boss get under your skin. Use your EQ to filter your reactions, knowing in advance you're dealing with a boss who is a narcissist. As promised, the 5th bonus boss is the mentor boss. If you are one of few lucky ones to have a mentor boss, congratulations! Because such bosses must be as rare as dinosaurs nowadays. The mentor boss is a visionary who inspires, knowledgeable, trustworthy and caring. The mentor boss may even take you in as a protege. I say if you find such a boss, sink in your feet with him or her. Let the mentor boss guide you, and this person may very well be that catalyst or turning point in your career. Never betray the trust the mentor boss entrusted to you, and stay on as friends even long after you left the organization. The mentor boss will be that perfect friend that you turn to for any life advice you may have later on. We have come to the end of the video. Please share with us in the comments down below what type of bosses you have. I'll be most happy if you say you have a mentor boss. If you find this video helpful, please subscribe, like and hit the notification bell to keep the channel going. Good luck to all. Peace.